Ow! Why do I keep doing that? That hurt! Hey, how are you? I'm Laro, and welcome back to the Socks Farm. This time we are focusing on fall, but as usual, just playing Stardew may seem a little boring, so I did set up some very basic goals for myself. However, this time we have to make up an oversight on my part. One of my goals for summer was to reach the bottom of the mines. However, due to a miscalculation on my part, I thought that the mines only went to level 100. Turns out, no, it goes to level 120 instead. So goal number 1 is to get the final 5 levels to reach the bottom of the mines. The rest of the goals are achievements. So goal number 2 is to get the Gofer Achievement. This is the achievement to complete 10 quests. I am so bad at these, and I don't even know how far I am in this playthrough. My idea is essentially to take up all the ones that I reasonably have the ability to do and hopefully reach 10 of them. Number 3 is the Clique Achievement. Yes, I am also bad at remembering gifts. This achievement specifically focuses on getting 5 residents to 5 hearts, and luckily we have a jump start. Haley ended last season with 6 hearts, and I began gifting people's favorites on their birthdays, so we now have a couple of people that we have a start on. Number 4 is to get to level 10 of a skill. This is also an achievement. I think the fishing skill would be best to get, as it will aid in the next goal, which is to get all the fish for the fish tank community center repair. All the remaining fish can be caught in fall, and there's no legitimate reason I can think of to not add this. However, this means we need 42,500 Dree for the vault repair, which hopefully will be easy given the effort to befriend Caroline for the tea sapling recipe. So with that lengthy explanation, on to Socks Farm in year 1. Fall 1, I had money this time, so after clearing the field, I went to Pierre's and got more corn, pumpkins, and fertilizer. We're still working on the quality crops bundle, so getting the next 2 of the bundle would be nice. I then headed home to plant them. 4, 8, 12, 13. I realized afterwards I had more spots in the field and headed back to get more crops. I filled the rest of the spots with grapes, pumpkin, and an amaranth. After watering, I figured out what to do with the interior of the house and then went foraging around the valley. I ended the day by chopping trees and getting level 7 farming. Fall 2, I brought a furnace to the river and fished while cooking gold. When done, I foraged around the valley again. I came across Sam on the way back, and he was worried about if his dad would be the same when he came back, to which I said, quote, probably not, because that's not how people work, which, like, yeesh, that's a little harsh, dude. At the farm, I decided to make more preserves jars and came out with 5 of them. When running to the community center, I got the cutscene for the special order board. I said I look forward to helping with the quests. Bro, I don't even do community requests. I literally have that as a goal for this season. Don't get me started. That was great, Robin. After that, I dropped off the tiger trout to complete the river fresh bundle for 20 deluxe bait, the duck feather for the dye bundle, wine for the enchanter's bundle, an egg dish for the chef's bundle, an orange for the artisan bundle, and the mushroom, blackberry, and wild plum for the fall foraging bundle. I ended the day by picking up the sword and pickaxe to go mining for copper ore and was in bed by 1:30 with level 8 fishing and 2,712 G made. Fall 3, it was raining, so another fishing day. I remembered to restock the chicken and cow feed for the day and then wandered around looking for foraged materials. I stopped by the furnace and picked it up. I also checked out the special orders board and picked up the ectoplasm quest. I opened mystery boxes and geodes. I dropped off an opal, dwarvish helm, and basalt to the museum. This got the large bear as a reward. I next got the lemonstone, dolomite, dwarf gadget, and limestone. I sold the extras to Clint and went home to drop off extra stuff. I foraged around the beach and managed to pick up the sea cucumber and eel while fishing. I went to the town river and caught a walleye. I completed the night fishing bundle with the walleye and eel, getting another glow ring. I also completed the fall foraging bundle with a hazelnut for 30 fall seeds. I decided to spend the smallest cost for the vault and got chocolate cakes. I ended the day by learning the pancake recipe and making 6 lightning rods. Fall 4 was another rainy day, but this time it was a storm. I decided to get the second cow and named her Tiana after the frog princess. I think it's fitting based on the weather. This is the time frogs are more common and for the aesthetic. While at Marnie's, I also got hay in case there's more rain. I went to Robin's for a silo because I fear my spending habits on hay would get out of control if not. I finally found a wild plum for a Caroline quest and got 240 G from the woman with trees in her hair. This got me a ticket and I went to the mayor's to see what it does. This led straight into a cutscene where I lied to Lewis. Hi, Lewis. I'm straight up lying to him here. I just want the dopamine from new things. Thanks, Lewis. I did not need any of that information. This got me the broccoli seeds. I went to the beach thinking I could get the fish for a quest before realizing it was actually at the mountain lake that I needed. I got all 3 of the chubs and went to go find Willie, which got a small reward of 150 G. I went home and fished the rest of the night. Fall 5, the spirits were displeased again, and Robin began on the silo. I collected 5 batteries from the lightning rods and stored them. I don't remember what I need these for, but I know I need 5 of them. So while looking for squid ink, my mic fell on my hand. Ow! Why do I keep doing that? That hurt. Let's just say Elliot is a curse on this planet, and the only reason I will give him a gift is because I would also feel bad if I didn't. I went to the traveling cart and got a pale ale for Pam's request. She sent in the mail. I found Elliot at the docks and gave him a birthday present and got to 3 hearts with him, and then looked up if I should befriend him for the goal and quickly decided on a no. Pam was at Jojo Mart like a capitalist slave and drank the pale ale. I decided who cares about the spirits and went to the mines anyway. I was specifically looking for the ectoplasm because I had procrastinated the wizard's quest and now only had 2 days to complete it. Whoops. I kept on mining for several levels and decided to just reload level 55 to try and get the ghost spawn. I didn't end up getting it for the day and just went home. Fall 6, the silo was done, so I spent the morning getting as much hay as possible. I then watered the crops and went back to the mines for ectoplasm. I ended up getting the dwarf scroll 3. Fine, I'll go down a floor. Are you gonna give me the freaking ghost? No, you're not. Therefore, this was pointless. Wizard, I despise you. I should have done Gus's quest. I was like, oh yeah, it'll be fun. I can get the wizard up and we can make the wizard happy. No, I'm more annoyed by this quest than anything else. I think the wizard heard me. Right before I'm about to go home, he's like, oh, I guess. Oh, I hate him. I went to bed with 622 G made. Fall 7, the spirits were in good humor. At the traveling cart, I got a sandfish, cheese, and yam. I still need the bus, but like... I gave the ectoplasm to the sockman and got 2,500 G from the completion of the quest. I dropped out the winter root to the winter foraging bundle, the yam to the fall crops bundle, the cheese to the artisan bundle, hay to the fodder bundle, and completed the fish tank with the sandfish. This completed one of the goals for fall. However, I still want to unlock the vault. My procrastination would very quickly take over, so we have to bulldoze the barrier and complete it. I love that. Honestly, having that... Oh, I want to put more catfish in there. That'd be so freaking cute. After fangirling for a hot minute, I unlocked the 5,000 G bundle from the vault and then got excited again. Finally, we got to the mines and I got the required 5 levels for the skull key. Is this like Mr... I want to say Chi related? Mr. Chi related? Because there's like snakes. Am I stupid? Because doesn't he have the freaky snake room? I went to Marlin and could finally get my obsidian sword back from his recovery thing. I went back to the mines for earth crystals and only got one. I slept to the Junimos fixing the minecarts, level 7 mining, and 2 goals for fall complete. Fall 8, the obsidian edge sword was back in my possession and I got the first harvest of the ancient seed. I chopped the trees on the farm and then managed to make a mayonnaise machine and cheese press. These were placed next to my preserve jars. I made 8 new tea saplings and went back to chopping trees for more. This left me with 13 total, and I managed to pass Haley, who smiled at me. I forgot about that! I chopped more trees and got fiber before looking for Linus's berry basket. I used the minecarts to get to Linus and triggered the cutscene for the panning thingy. Magic. Literally. I gave Linus his basket and went back to chopping trees and made more tea saplings for a final total of 18. This all got me level 7 foraging and 7,063 G made. Fall 9 was a slow day. I got the harvest of the amaranth, watered the crops, and placed more trees. I moved the tapper and misclicked before finally getting to Clint's, where I got an ancient drum and a deluxe speed grow fertilizer. I dropped off the ancient drum for a drum block and pumpkin seeds from the museum. I gave George a leek and went to give Caroline a summer spangle. I also gave Haley a sunflower and Leah another random salad because sometimes it'd be like that. I ended the day by more tree chopping. Fall 10, after chores, I gave Harvey a frozen tear for a quest and picked up a new one for Haley. I triggered Sam's 2-heart cutscene and said he should do experimental noise rock through the process of elimination. Synthesizer, that's what it is. I was like, I don't think that's, like that doesn't sound right. You should ask Abigail to join. Abigail. She's the type of person to rage. I gave Jody a chocolate cake and Sam a pizza. I went back home to pick up the amethyst and delivered it to Haley. I gave Leah another salad and then went back to the secret woods for berries and hardwood. That was horrifying. What was that? That was so unnerving. My skin just started crawling. I know that was likely a Bigfoot reference, but I hated that. I went back to the farm and made a worm bin and immediately upgraded it to the deluxe worm bin. I learned the bread recipe before bed and then slept with 3,459 made. Fall 11 was a harvest of aubergines and grapes. I replanted fertilizer and pumpkins. I went into town and began giving more gifts, starting with a sunflower for Haley. While looking for Jody, I triggered another of Sam's cutscenes and lied for him about something that's not significant, but probably means a lot to the family. After this, I gave Jody another chocolate cake for her birthday and managed to get 4 hearts. On my way out, I ran into Lewis. Why does his tie flop like that? I hope that's his tie. I gave George another leek, Caroline another summer spangle, and then went back to the mines for more copper. We are getting copper to make more furnaces because that's what I decided to do with the other room. Thanks for explaining that. I don't have notes for it. I ended up staying out too late and passing out next to the ancient fruit. Fall 12 was a rainy day and I got billed 1000 G from Harvey and unlocked the fried calamari recipe from Jody. After chores, I went to the traveling cart and found nothing of use. I stopped by Marnie's for a milk pail and milked Belle and Tiana. I stopped by Clint to complete a quest for iron ore to inspect quality. I dropped off an aubergine to the pantry and a spur to the museum. I then used 2 tickets for an orange sapling and flower seeds before zigging and zagging back to the farm for more bundle stuff. Remember when I said I forgot to check the town test? Yeah, I was being serious. I dropped off the purple mushroom to both the exotic foraging bundle and the field researchers bundle, and I ended the day by stocking furnaces and fishing. Fall 13 was another rainy day and Abigail's birthday. What does Abigail like? It's amethyst, right? She eats it, doesn't she? She likes puffer fish. Oh my god, she's so fucking weird. Of course she likes that. Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna judge her for that because, like, valid. But, like, everything else I'm gonna judge her for. I found her in her kitchen and gave her the amethyst. I then went to the river by Leah's and caught catfish. See, it was coming back. I restocked the furnaces and took the catfish to the community center. That sunfish is ruining my vibe. Goodbye. Look at him. Oh, I should put him more. Look at it. This is now my pride and joy. I was in bed by 10:50 and made 3,178 with Pink Pony Club on my playlist. Fall 14 was a big harvest day and, well, I got all 5 of the gold star pumpkins. For some reason, I thought it would be harder, but with the fertilizer, it was actually fairly easy. I replaced the spots with other types of seeds and collected fruit from the back cave. At the traveling cart, I got honey and caviar, and I went to the community center and dropped off the pine tar to complete the exotic foraging bundle, gold star pumpkins to the quality crops bundle, and completed the fall crops bundle for a beehive. I spent the rest of the day fishing at various spots to complete a quest for 3 smallmouth bass and getting level 9 fishing with over 12,600 made. Fall 15 opened with Jody coming to give me a quest for a largemouth bass. I stopped at Clint's and upgraded the axe to steel and then skillfully rummaged trash cans in town. I went up to the mountain lake to fish and on the same cast caught the bass as well as a dinosaur egg. Oh my god! Now I know what we need to do. We need to upgrade the chicken coop. Thanks a lot, game! This was immediately done, and I went to town to continue fishing. I caught the smallmouth bass and completed Willie's quest by going to talk to him on the beach, and then stopped by Jody's where I put the fish on the floor and she cooked it into a casserole. I'm not judging because I've been told I have a poor taste in food standards, but the floor has cracks in it. I ended the night by foraging around the valley. Fall 16 was the fall fair, so I spent most of the morning gathering up what I wanted to use and searching for information. I decided on a small collection of various things that at least had a star or was a rarity. Let's go to the fair. Oh, I decided on a pretty simple display and then ran around talking to people as per usual, tried out the carnival games, and maxed out the strength test. The tours were probably my favorite part though. Yeah, I know, you should go tell Marnie to her face so she gains some self-confidence and ditches Lewis. I went to go talk to the fortune teller and she gave me a pretty good fortune. I will say she's ridiculously sweet and I kind of want to marry her. I finally found the rest of the residents up top and accidentally clicked on the slingshot booth and tried it out a couple of times. I then got into gambling and I gambled not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 5 times before losing all my coins to the game and utilizing the fishing game to gamble again and again and again and again. I went to the prize booth and got the rare crow and star drop before gambling again. I got more of the prizes and decided to gamble for all of them. I am getting way too much dopamine from today. It is like overloading my brain. Thanks, Lewis. I ended the day with all the rewards and the winning Grange display. Fall 17, I rearranged the house to accommodate the new gifts and checked the spirit. Your happiness is a flex I will retain. No, it's not. It is not. Mark your days, because this is the day Wendy loves me. I have acquired the affection of a being capable of massive amounts of love. I've ascended to a plane where I will cry if I am dropped onto the plummet precipice by Prometheus and forced to have my liver pecked out of me, so punishment shall be. I've invoked Zeus, we're all doomed. Wendy! That's so sweet. I picked up my steel axe from Clint's and got mystery boxes from the ticket machine at the mayor's. These were open to receive bombs, warp totems, and quality fertilizer. I spent the rest of the day at the mines and ended the day with a visit from a fairy. Fall 18, the chicken coop was completed and it was another harvest of the ancient fruit. I tried to find Marnie and she was not at the place she normally is, and while looking for her, I stole pumpkins and got gifts from Gus at the saloon. Before leaving, I bought the pizza recipe. I finally found Marnie at Harvey's. Marnie, I am sorry. I'm gonna make a HIPAA violation. Here you go. Next, I gave Caroline and Jody spaghetti that I just bought and found Sam at the forest to give him some pizza for pizza time. I chopped trees until nightfall and gave George spaghetti. I went to the mines for a quest from Clint and fell asleep as 2 a.m. was about to hit. I made a total of 5,046 G. Fall 19 opened with a visit from Marnie asking about a cave carrot. I stopped by her shop and got 2 ducks that were named Sleazy easy and sparky. There was nothing at the traveling cart, so I went to the farm and cleared it up. I foraged around the beach and managed to get the sea urchin that I accidentally sold last season to the dye bundle, and completed the quality crops bundle with some gold star corn for a preserves jar. I went to the saloon to give some gifts and set up a small area at the farm to end the day. Fall 20, I got a pomegranate from the Batcave. After the chores, I decided it would be a gifting day, so in between everything, I gave gifts to Jody, Caroline, Evelyn, and Willie. I found Elliot at the library. I tried to find Leah and accidentally triggered Elliot's cutscene at the saloon. I'm so glad I've always found Elliot weird. He likes pomegranate. Yeah, I'm gonna do friendship because it's like the most platonic way to say we're staying friends. Is he just drinking all day? I'm more so disturbed than I thought I would. I gave Leah a salad and Georgia jam. I dropped off the pomegranate to the Enchanter's bundle. Decided to get the 10,000 G bundle from the vault and got a lightning rod. Cleared the log at the entrance to the secret woods and was asleep after spending 3 IRL minutes stressing over the fedora. I don't think I can make it work. After that stressful day, Fall 21 began with fixing the fences. Once again, nothing was at the traveling cart. I finally picked up Lewis's shorts. I added a memoriam to the chair by the secret woods and went to give more gifts. Where is Caroline? She was by the tree, of course she was, and while looking for plums, I passed by one. I found another at a separate spot and delivered it. Yay! I got the Gofer Achievement! Haha! Beat that! Another goal met. I ended up getting the Star Drop Tea from the ticket, and as a reward, I attempted to beat the mini games of Prairie King and Junimo Kart for the next 21 minutes. I didn't get past the first stage in either. I did some final planning stuff at the farm and finally completed the day at around 1 a.m. with 3 goals down and 2 to go. Fall 22, I did chores and made an omelet. I went to the secret woods for harvestables and went mining for probably copper. I stopped at the Adventurers Guild for nothing and was in bed by 1:50. Fall 23, I did chores, fixed fences, foraged, chopped trees, and ended the day with some fishing. Fall 24, the ducks were fully grown up, and look at their faces. I also got the first duck eggs. I finally decided to pick up the tappers because I had an idea for something that doesn't come to fruition for this season. I next acquired gifts and questing materials to go around and give gifts. However, I approached Caroline and... What is my clique? Wait, is clique only 4? I thought it was 5. I genuinely thought it was 4. Okay, or 5. I'm so dumb. I thought it was like 5 heart with 5 people, you know? Yeah, so my clique is a skater guy, his mom, another mom, and a fashion girly. Yeah, okay, I'm a little confused on how that happened, but oh well. I dropped off the duck egg this morning and gave George another leek for his birthday, which got him to the same friendship as Haley. I am confusion. How did I manage to have my closest friends be a girl I'd be intimidated by in real life and an old man I'd avoid like the plague? So I say again, confusion has inhabited my soul and we have become one. I have weird priorities. Okay. That's fine. I dropped off a fossil to the museum and fished the rest of the day in random spots, ending the day with 1 goal left and 4 days to do it. Fall 25 was spent organizing chests, delivering quests, and fishing until late. Fall 26, I woke up to almost 26,000 G and some thoughts. I went to the town and opened a treasure trove for Chip Amphora. I dropped it and the ancient doll to the museum. I ended up getting a rare crow and running through the books to get all of them read. I went to the traveling cart and found nothing. I decided to get the final vault area to complete it and got the crystallarium. This marks the 3rd room completed and 3 left. We're halfway through! I ended the day with some fishing and the Junimos fixing the bus. Fall 27 began with me extensively Googling fishing tips. At the time, I had no idea when I had gotten level 9 or how far I was into the level, how close I was, or anything relating to the fishing level, but I did have a rough idea on how fishing works and what to do to get a higher level in the fastest way possible. I have an idea. However, I am very scared to use it. So, Okay, look, this is the process. You learn things and you get scared and you decide if you really want to do that. After chores, filtering out stuff to sell, and building up courage, I warped to the beach and began fishing. When I used the last of my bait, I went to go ask Willie for more, but apparently he's closed and just went back to fishing. I tried Googling again, and that's such a big jump for level. Okay. You know what? No, we're ignoring logic, okay? I fished until the Spirit's Eve began. I ended up getting the recipe and the rare crow at Pierre's funky shop. While being unnaturally aggressive with talking to people, I opened my inventory and, did I get it a day before the ending? Have I completed all the goals? Are we about to complete everything a day before the ending? Have I ascended the ladder of goals? Am I winning? I speed ran talking to everyone, ran into the idol that is Baba Yaga's hut. It's Baba Yaga's hut. That's so fucking cool. Okay, sorry, I'm done. That's so fucking cool. And got the golden pumpkin. I exited the maze weird and I don't know what I did. Please let me know. I'm scared. I couldn't open my inventory. I quickly left Spirit's Eve, sold all the inventory from the day, placed the Rurko, and went to bed with no level 10 fishing. Fall 28, I started the day by organizing the fall chest. I decided to do quantity over quality with fishing. While yes, technically higher quality fish will gain you more experience, it's a little inconsistent with me getting higher quality, so I thought if I got many fish it would work. I decided on the mountain lake and fished up my heart's content. I spent a while googling and ran out of bait, so after a quick stop to Willie's, I went back to the mountain lake. Now don't quote me on this, but I think I was specifically looking to catch the chubfish. They're pretty frequent catches and fairly easy to do, so that's what I was looking for. I ended up catching another ancient seed to round out the seeds, and at about 5 p.m. I got the little pop-up. Are you serious? The absolute last day! Oh my gosh, I have Hermione's last name. Okay, I knew getting back into reading Harry Potter fanfiction was a good idea. I went home blessed with the soul of Hermione and finished up some things on the farm to complete. I ended fall year 1 with all the goals complete, 3 of the rooms in the community center complete, and some more areas to explore. I chose the I did not mean to click that option and finished off fall year 1 with 5,790 made. Let me know if you have any ideas on the next goals I should attempt, or if you have any tips. Any knowledge is helpful, and feel free to follow my blue sky if you would like to know my slightly loopy 3 a.m. thoughts. Bye-bye. I don't know. I don't like that one. How do I do that? How did I get 84? Now I'm like, how did I get 84 on my first go? And then I got a 70. No, let me play that again. How did I get an 84 when I didn't know what was going on? And now I'm like, oh yeah, I got this. Okay, thank you. This was a waste. I'm so horrifically bad. Okay, which one is the lucky one on, Okay, well, I despise you. Yeah, I just lost all my fucking cards. Stop it! You're giving me way too much confidence in this. Stop it! Like I said, too much confidence! Should I try it again? I'm going to go again. I have to make back the 800 I just lost. This is how gambling gets you, by the way. The star drop! Oh my gosh! Ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Reminds you of folks! Okay. Mr. Gambling Man. Can this be Oogie Boogie? I'm gonna call him Oogie Boogie. Okay, fine, Mr. Man. I'll go and do something else. See, Mr. Man? I went and did something else, okay? I am pacing myself. No, I'm not.